Hey, how you doing? Welcome back to Them Brothers from Inglewood Podcast. I'm Hoopy, your host, coming to you with another episode. But before I introduce our subject topic today, I want to ask if you would like, subscribe, share, ring the notification button so that you'll be abreast as to when we're airing fresh and new episodes. We're trying to monetize this platform, get the content into the spaces and places of the hearts of people who are interested in really learning and gaining from our content. So today I want to talk again from the subject of focus. I talked about this prior and wanted to kind of continue in this vein simply because I want to give a few more examples as to how we gain focus and how we lose our focus. And I want to use some lively examples as to what can be done in this process. I know I spoke earlier about seasoned adults, middle age, young adults, even adolescents as to some of the things that they're facing on a regular basis. I even use myself as an example as to how I've lost focus, gained focus, to enhance myself. But I also want to talk about some of the nuances, identifying focus and really seeing the example in real time. I use sports because that is really a popular subject to talk about. Also entertainment. There are so many facets of our careers to where if we don't have focus in life or in the things that we do, it can easily result to catastrophes. A lot of times it's negligence. Somewhere we dropped the ball or have just, zoned out on a particular thing. When we set goals and we put some things in place, whether it's on paper or on a chalkboard or what we would call a vision board, it takes steps to get those things accomplished. And there's also risk, high risk, that something is going to come to distract or prevent those things from happening. But this is where focus really takes root. This is where the discipline comes into play. What are you willing to do to get something done, to accomplish, to achieve, to succeed? A lot of times we're not patient enough, and patience is key. We have to learn how to develop patience. We have to learn how to wait. We have to learn how to lock in, disallow things from taking us away from the goal, okay? Choices that we make are usually choices that we have to live with. And a lot of times I see, and I'm not picking on the athlete, but I have to use professional athletes as an example. Many times we are hungry, we're striving to achieve. Our goal is to get to that level of competition. We want a guaranteed contract. We want a lot of money. So there are variables as to what it takes to get to those high levels. Also, some people have different means. They have a whole different criteria that they feel they need to meet in order to get there. What am I saying? Well, I'm saying that a lot of people want things, but they don't work for things. They want things given to them. They're privileged, or they feel like others are obligated to help them reach their goals. And so we see this every day. We see this from ordinary, well, I don't want to say ordinary, but we see it in the family construct. We see it in family business. We see it happen amongst those that are rich and privileged. We see it in the average, lifestyles, even those that are low and beneath the poverty line. We see favoritism, and we see people make concessions for certain people all the time. These so-called professional athletes become more jaded, and they lose the drive to achieve, or lose the drive to get better, or after they get their contracts. It's just proven. It's statistic. They lose the love for the game. They lose the focus for the game, and their actual practical game begins to go down. They stop working, right? And that is tough to maintain, but it has to be maintained if you're going to be successful at the highest level of professional sports. That goes for all the sports: baseball, swimming, track and field, you name it. If you're going to be at your best, you're going to have to work towards being the best. You're going to have to put the time in. Weight room, you're going to have to get on the track. You're going to have to do the conditioning. You're going to have to do everything that it took to get you there to stay there. And so we see the decline in effort. We see the decline in focus of great success. And so I was listening just yesterday to The Pivot. And I love these guys. They're just very, they're different in personality, but they just have a great chemistry. And I just love the body of work that they do. Kudos to the hosts of The Pivot. And they had Trae Young on this particular show, and he was talking about really the franchise that he was just traded from, the Atlanta Hawks. And he had spent 8 years with this organization. They drafted him really high. He was the third pick, and he ended up, having a really good career with them. They gave him a second contract, gave him tons of money, and he became the city's favorite. He was, well accepted. And then he started having a few, injuries, and a couple of things happened that set him back physically. And all of a sudden, he went from the hero to the GOAT. And he was explaining, all this in a nutshell. He was explaining that it was very hard for him to conceive that this crowd, this sports audience in Atlanta, just changed up on him. One side of the stadium was chanting Trae Young, and another aspect inside of the stadium was chanting, obscene words, right? But they were in concert. It was almost like he was explaining, he was like, man, it was almost like they practiced this. Like this was the norm, and it bothered him. And so he said that all of the hard work that he put in, a lot of people don't know, they don't realize. And so many other greats, just like Trae Young, they put the time in, they put the work in. Unfortunately, injuries do occur in all sports, for all athletes. Some have, gone through their careers unscathed. Kudos, wonderful, that's a blessing. But many of us experience some form of injury that caused us to have to go back to the lab, work hard to improve, just to get back to normalcy. Sometimes those athletes don't make it back to full potential. They are just set back. Believe it or not, Kobe Bryant, at the end of his career, he tore his Achilles. He said it was massive, and it was very difficult for him to prepare and get back to the level of competition that he was comfortable with. I believe he said that he don't believe that he ever got back to that level, but in his mind and in his preparation, he was going or he was determined to get there. So focus has a lot to do with your commitment. And another aspect of focus I want to talk about is the distractions. Sometimes we involve ourselves with the wrong affiliations. We have the wrong friends, we have the wrong companions, we have the wrong wives, we have the wrong husbands. We actually begin to get involved in things that actually take us away from our success. And choosing the right mate, having the right friends around you, having the right tribe and community of people is very instrumental in your success. And so we have to be very careful, and we have to be very critical of the decisions that we're making. I believe that if you surround yourself with the right people, the right community, then that community will hold you accountable, and they won't be yes men and yes women and people that are just going along to get along, but they will challenge you to stay on the right path and do the right thing and to prioritize your career and the things that you work so hard for. Prime examples of what it takes to maintain your focus and stay away from the distractions. Drugs can be a distraction. Alcohol can be a distraction. Social involvement, being at the wrong place at the wrong time, not making good choices, when you leave your home, driving under the influence, getting or paying for very expensive jewelry and wearing it in the public, and people targeting you to take what you have, buying expensive cars and driving them, beyond the speed limit, and just terrible things take place in life, not just to the athlete, not just to the entertainer, not just to the wealthy. There's a lot of distractions on a lot of levels. And I think we need to talk about this more because it should lead us into the realm and scope of accountability. A lot of people are not accountable. Look at the President of the United States. Because he's the President of the United States, holds the office, some things are just ludicrous that he says and does. And a lot of it is based on him feeling that he has the power to do these things. And I believe that there are so many obvious distractions in President Trump's life. And I know you're probably thinking like, oh, he's going on a tangent. I'm just using primary people and things as an example of how we are easily distracted and drawn away from the positive possibilities in life. And I choose to be accountable and to take a hard look at the decisions that I make. A lot of places that we land has a lot to do with the decisions that we made. You can't point the finger. I say this all the time. No one's coming for you. They're not coming to save you. You have to save yourself. You have to be sensitive enough, discerning enough to make wise decisions. You have to avail yourself to wise counsel. Things that you don't know, things that you need to be informed about. You're going to have to make a decision to go and dig through research and utilize the tools and the gifts that we've been afforded. If it's counseling, if it's therapy, if it's rehabilitation, you're going to have to make a conscious decision to say, hey, I'm going to do this because I need this in my life. I need to become better. And it's no problem because at the end of the day, we're all in our own lane, and we have to cultivate it and carve out our own life path. And so I'm not here to be disagreeable. I know that we don't always agree. I'm saying we're responsible for our own development. And we're responsible to go out and see that those things happen, regardless to how old we are and what our financial status might be, what the resources available to us are. We are going to have to make a conscious decision to get rid of the distractions that are in our lives. Focus and the importance of it, because it has a lot to do with where we are in our lives. It has a lot to do with what we can accomplish. It has a lot to do with our successes and our failures. And there's nothing wrong with failure, because failure is really how we succeed. We make ourselves, accessible to help and to things that's going to better us. And we get to those levels by determining I need this. And so I just wanted to follow up just a little bit and utilize some of the things that really come our way that can easily distract us and take us out of the realm of success. We're going to have to fight through, tunnel through in order to achieve. And if we take it upon ourselves to talk with someone, to be vulnerable. A lot of times we don't want to be vulnerable, especially men. We don't want to show vulnerability. We don't want to show weakness. But at the end of the day, you're crushed. When you go away by yourself and it's just you, yourself, and I, you're literally crushed. And you're walking around here fragmented, you're broken, and you're frustrated, and you have all these mixed emotions, and you don't know how to resolve these issues because you're in denial by saying, I don't need no help. I don't need anybody. We all need someone. And what I've learned is I've learned to wait on the Lord and allow relationships to form and allow God to usher the right people in my life at the right time. A lot of people that are with you are not for you. A lot of people that you're around, a lot of people that you give credence to and energy to, at the end of the day, take a look at how you impact their lives and how they impact yours. That will let you know who's really in your corner. And so I don't boast about not having strong affiliations and social circles. I don't run with a lot of people. I actually don't run with very many people at all. And it's not that I'm a loner or I want to be a loner. It's just that I've gotten to a place in my life to where I know what's best for me. I know what I need. And I trust the God above who's going to bring the right people into my life and is going to lead me into the life of the right people. So I believe we all have something to impart. We have something to offer, and we have to find solutions to our problems by first and understanding that we have to be honest with ourselves. We have to be sincere. We have to be transparent. And we have to be available, okay? We have to be available. And so I wanted to, again, just emphasize a bit more about focus and distractions and how we overcome these things. So thank you for sitting patiently, listening to this content. And I'm gonna ask if you would like, subscribe, share, ring the notification button so that you'll be abreast as to when we're airing fresh and new episodes. Thanks again. Share our platform. Let someone know we're trying to monetize this situation, and we'll be back with more information soon. Take care. Peace. I'm out.